Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. So I may sound like I'm whispering. I will try to adjust the volume as much as I possibly can because the girls are sleeping. But I'm going to try to get through this video. So today I am 2 weeks postpartum and I wanted to do a Q&A with you guys for a lot of questions that a few of you guys have asked me. Some questions some people have inboxed me, different things like that, asked me privately. And I'm just going to give the details that I know from my prior and as well as my recent birth with Winter and my prior birth with Isabel. So let's get into the questions. So my first question here is, why a water birth? For me, I chose a water birth because I just felt like I started to get deeper into natural things. As you guys see, that my hair is natural. At one point I was eating healthier, different things like that. And when it came to the whole birthing process, I wanted it to be a beautiful and comforting process. I started off with the OB/GYN with the gynecologist, and he was a male, and I never had a visit with him. I usually had the medical midwife that would be there or a nurse that would be at the office, and it never felt genuine and welcoming. It was very busy. You would wait in the office for a long time and you would only be seen for a little bit, and every visit it was just like the sonogram, the ultrasound, different things like that, which is not really good for the baby. Just little things, and it was discomforting, as well as the fact that from past people that this doctor has seen has had a lot of C-sections. My sister had him as well. We were pregnant at the same time, 3 months apart. My sister continued with that doctor after I left to get a midwife, and my sister also got a C-section. And I just feel like that's a part of what goes on today in society, and a lot of people would disagree, but I feel like the number of C-sections have grown in the years, as well as we know the mortality of Black women have grown with childbirth as well. And that was a reason why I decided to switch over. And the fact that the water would just, it looks cleaner, it feels cleaner, as far as like, I didn't even want to do the dry birth option at home. I prefer to be in the water because I felt like the moisture, the heat, the same way that when I cramp, I feel like heat helps, or a warm shower helps. I felt that same mentality. You guys will see in the video as well. When I was birthing Winter, I had the hot water, the water hose, hot water was coming out, and I had it on my pelvic area, in my uterus, in that area, because I felt like it was helping with the contractions. So that was the reason why, that's another reason why I decided to go with the idea of a water birth. The next question that I have here is, what did the contractions feel like? I know that a lot of people describe contractions, and we joke about cramps, and as basically like somebody stabbing you from the inside out. I used to get Braxton Hicks, and my midwife described something as practice contractions. When I get the information from her, I'll share it with you guys later. But the Braxton Hicks is basically a tightening of your body, like a tightening of your stomach. It gets hard, and I remember it feeling like the baby was balling up, and I would think, oh, Winter's balling up, like she's cringing, but it wasn't her balling up. It was actually a contraction, the tightness, that, as well as a very strong cramp, basically at the panty line. In the area with your uterus is tightening, and basically like a cramp. It does kind of feel like a stab. It's tight and it's painful, but that's the best way that I can describe it. I remember being in labor, in between my breaks, in between my contractions, you have breaks where you can, you know, just breathe and rest. And this time I had fun. I was laughing and talking, and I was like, man, I should really record in between my contractions and say, this is what you're feeling like. You probably don't want to do this again, because you tell yourself, man, I'm never doing this again, and then you forget the pain, guys. Like literally, like I'm so over it. I don't remember the pain, and I'm like, gosh, yeah, baby number 3 coming probably 2022 or something. You know, you forget the pain, but in the midst of it, you're like, gosh, I'm never doing this again, and that's how bad the contractions are. But that's it. You get through it, and remember, you get breaks. My contractions lasted about 41 seconds, and that was a mentality thing. Like literally the majority of my contractions lasted 41 seconds. Eventually they probably lasted a minute, but not all of them. And once I got to like 30 seconds, I'm like, I have 11 seconds left, and that helped me get through it. And then I had like a 3-minute break. Literally that was the pattern until baby came, and then I had 3 minutes to enjoy and breathe and relax, and then I had another 41-second contraction or another minute contraction. And when you take birthing classes, they will tell you guys, hold on to a piece of ice for a minute, and then let it go or put it down. And that's the agony that you can think of when you're dealing with a contraction, but you get that break. And when you know that, hey, you have only 10 seconds left, you have 5 seconds left, your contraction is almost over, and like magic, it would stop and I would be able to be okay again. And that's what helped me get through this this labor. I hope that helps. So my next question, because my tablet keeps locking, I'll probably move it. What does it feel like when your water break? That was a question that some people asked. If you guys watch Winter's video, again, I'll be going to the videos for you guys to understand. My water broke inside the water. Same thing with Isabel. My water didn't break like in the store or in the bed or something like that. I didn't wake up in a puddle of water. But I do remember about a week prior telling my midwife I felt like I was leaking. But then I felt like I probably was also crazy because it was so early, and I wanted to make it to her due date, or at least to a place where it was safe to have a natural birth at home in the water. But yeah, my water broke inside the water, and it just feels like a gush. Yeah, it just felt like a gush. You guys could see that gush in the video as well. I believe it should be down here. I think I'm gonna either put it on the screen or at the bottom. When did you lose your mucus plug? I didn't. The first time I think I lost it over time, but with this pregnancy I didn't see myself losing it, and she came 3 weeks early, so it was very unexpected. I asked my midwife, could I postpone it? There was no postponing. The baby was coming. The baby was not going to be rescheduled. So that's it. How long was I in labor? I was actually in labor for only 4 hours. I know that we went to bed really late because we did the photo shoot before. If you guys want to see those pictures to our water milk bath, it was a milk bath, you can go check out our Instagram, telly.vision. At Instagram, we also had an old Instagram, which was television, but we no longer use that one, and we no longer have access. So if you guys have previously followed us, please go ahead and refollow us in our journey at telly.vision on the Instagram platform. So yes, I was only in labor for 4 hours. I remember waking up, like I said, we went to sleep late from the photo shoot prior to, and I couldn't get over the cramps. Like I woke up around 3:30 to pee, and I felt a few cramps after I finished peeing, and I was like, okay, whatever. I was able to go back to sleep, and my midwife let me know, if you can go back to sleep, you're good, you're not in labor yet. But then I woke up at 5:30, and I was like, okay. I went through a contraction by myself, and a few minutes later another one came, and I woke up Ricardo, and I was like, baby, I'm having these contractions back to back, and they're not stopping. And I started to panic because I was only 36 weeks, and Dr. Google will have you going crazy. But I called my midwife crying, and she helped me calm down. And from there, we basically, she told me, go take a shower. My contractions slowed down, but they were every 3 to 5 minutes. They slowed down to about 11 minutes, and then they started again 3 to 5 minutes, and she said, okay, she's gonna come to see what's going on. And I'm happy she did, because the baby came so fast. I was only in labor for 4 hours, so like I said, it started around 5:30. I was in active labor, I felt like, or labor, and then by 9:29 a.m. baby was here. 4 hours, yep. By 9:29 she was here. So it was very beautiful and fast, and thank God. I just, to God be the glory, because Isabel was a few more hours. Isabel was about 7 hours, I would say, at most 7. I'm not sure, but I didn't labor long for either of them, and that was another blessing for sure. Now, some people ask questions like, will I tear? Will you tear? I did my first birth, but that's because I wasn't listening. I was being hard-headed, and I just was like, I'm ready for this to be over, which it wasn't, because I still had contractions afterwards for the placenta, and even almost a week after that with breastfeeding, because breastfeeding is connected to your womanhood, and it helps you to contract and get you back right. You know, it's just a part of the beauty of the things that you do as a new mom. But yeah, the first time I did tear, but it wasn't dramatic. I didn't need stitches. That was awesome. And this time I kept that in mind, so you guys can see on the video, I was actually slowly pushing this time and trying to be in control of the push. And it looks like I was pulling her out, guys. I promise I wasn't manhandling her. But I was kind of, as I pushed, I was slowly helping myself to guide her out. And I was at one point also pushing my vulva back to make sure that I don't tear. That's cute noises she's making. She's waking up. She's going to be hungry soon. So I'm going to have to either hurry up the video or pause it to breastfeed her. I'm not going to feed her in front of y'all. Y'all already saw enough of me, okay? But I was pushing back my stuff to make sure not only that I don't rip. That was my main goal, y'all. I ain't gonna even lie to you. Yep, she was gonna be absolutely fine, and I did not want to tear again, because that was terrible. That was terrible. And the little spray bottle thing that you use afterwards would have helped, but it still was a terrible experience to have that little tear last time. And my midwife, you know, told me I shouldn't tear this time. So that was confident in my mind, as well as the fact that you're in control of it. And if you just take your time and breathe through it, and the pushing actually helps to relieve the pain of contractions. You guys, pushing is not the worst part. It's not terrible. You may want to through it or whatever the case may be, but I actually feel relief when it comes to pushing, because all that pain of you feeling like you freaking want to just explode is pushed somewhere. And you will feel the urge to push. You will know how it feels. And I think that's a question. So I don't want to go too much into that question without getting to it. But I guess I can go over it now because I don't see the question written down. But basically, the way that it feels to push is, I remember when I was laboring in a room, you guys could see me in my little zebra outfit because I had no time to change because labor started so fast. That's what I woke up in. And I felt like a surge of energy, or like contractions were just contractions. It just was in my uterus or in my like near the pentagon area. But when it was time to push, there was like a urge pressure from belly to out. Like the pressure was like out, out, out. And I did not want to labor in my room. I did not want to labor in the bed. So my midwife already knew what was going down. And she's like, well, I'm trying to tell you to get in the pool, girl. So that's when I had my doula help me, Destiny, helped me to get over here to the pool, which wasn't ready because the baby came so fast and we were trying to figure out the hose, the water hose and everything. So that's why you guys see me laying down in the pool, because I needed to be in the water as much as possible. The next thing is, do you poop? I did. I pooped. I pooped in the water. Y'all see that little pellet in the video? That little thing that I thought was a flower and I pushed to the side. My midwife tried to push to the side. That was a poop pellet. I was pooping all morning. I knew that baby was trying to come. I had to poop I had to poop twice this morning. I know that sounds like TMI, but that's why y'all watching this video, to get the tea. Once, and then I got out of the shower, and I had to get out the shower, and I had to do it again. And I thought I was ready. I thought I was clean and clear, and I didn't have to worry about seeing the pellet in the pool, but the pellet made it to the pool, y'all. But I digressed. Does it hurt to deliver the placenta, and how does it feel? It feels like a jellyfish. It's really soft. There's not much solidity to it. It's not like solid or anything. And you feel like, I don't want to say the ring of fire, but you just feel like a sting, a ring of sting as it come out, because the stretching of your body. But that's it. And once it's out, you guys see me like grab myself, because I'm like, oh, that's sting. And you know, that's pretty much, that was it. You get past that, you get over it, and that's that. Your placenta is delivered, and your one baby are ready to get to the next step. We let the baby stay on the placenta with her umbilical cord for about an hour or so. Probably not even that long, but she stayed until it stopped pulsating, and then daddy cut the cord. The next question is, any tips on how to bear natural labor naturally? Well, the same way that I was telling you guys that the contraction is mind over matter. When you see that it's a mind game, when you see that my contractions last this amount of time, and once I get past that, I'm good. You just do that until baby decides that it's time for you to get me out. Until it's time to push. And once it's time to push, guys, you did it. You delivered baby naturally. A lot of people say things like, I got the epidural and it didn't work, or I got it right before and it wasn't enough time. At the end of the day, you got the epidural. You made that decision. And unfortunately, it is no longer considered a natural birth. If you as a woman feel like this is something that you really want to do, you are strong enough. It is in your ability and it's in your power. Now, there's some women who labor for a very long time. I can't attest to that. And when you labor at home, they give you about 24 hours, and then that's when you have to go to the hospital. If you have a very natural, a very long labor and the pain becomes unbearable, I say do what's best for you and baby. Healthy over natural labor. Babies are still born healthy with epidural. Babies are still born healthy with medicine. But a healthy baby is what's really important, and a healthy mom as well. But to bear the pain, I say listen to your midwife, your doctor, listen to your team, the help of your doula. My doula was very, very helpful. The same way with my midwife, she helped me last time because I didn't have a doula, but she didn't have to. It's not her job at all by any means necessary, but she's a person who goes over and beyond. But you guys see that my doula was doing things like the wrap around my belly. The tighter she did it for me, the better it felt. It was like a distraction from the contractions. And then also with, she was doing some type of back work with a gel or a cream. And that helped so much too. Even though it was cold and I hate cold stuff on my back, it was exactly what I needed. She knew exactly what she was doing, and that helped me so much. My team was A1, like A1, A+. Like, I could not ask for a better doula or midwife. And when I have another kid, I'm going right back to Mimi, and I'm going right back to Destiny. Now, the next question is, so yeah, mind over matter, guys. It's all a mind game. And I hate when my husband says stuff like that, but it's true. When you get it in your mind that you can do it, it helps. I'm a screamer. You guys will see once I actually release the noise that I was making in this video. Like when I screamed, I have to poop. And I did poop. You guys will see why it is the way that it is, and why I did what I did. Okay. So, my next question is, did you have love at first sight? Actually, for Isabel, even Winter, it's not 100% love at first sight. Do I love them? Yes. But I had to grow to get to know them in a way. I don't know if that makes any sense to you guys, but some women just feel like, oh, I'm head over heels for my kid. But for me, I felt like it was something that I had to get used to. I had to get used to being a mom. I had to get used to the sacrificial love. I had to grow to love them unconditionally. For some people, it's immediate, and for some of us, we have to get there. So if you're a mom who felt like I did and I wasn't head over heels for my kid, you're not the only one, you know. and don't feel bad. You know, some people don't even want to look at their kids after labor, after birth. Especially, I had a mom tell me after her C-section, she was just so distraught. She just needed time to get herself back together. She just had a major surgery. It was like, it's a surgery, guys. Like literally a C-section, a cesarean section is literally a surgery. And for some people who didn't expect that, you have to get yourself back together. You have to get your mind over matter, and then you can focus on baby afterwards. But there's a moment where I just had like a, when I looked at Isabel, and I did love her. I did love her, but was I 100% in love? I had to get there. But you do see that moment of, wow, this is my kid. How was breastfeeding? Does it feel weird or sexual, or does it feel painful? For me, the first week or so of breastfeeding was painful. There's nothing sexual about it. In my marriage, that is something that I enjoy. It is. I can give you marriage tips one day, okay? But breastfeeding is nothing like that. It's not connected. There's some women who have been sexually abused who worry about that. Even myself, I worried about it. Like, will I feel violated? Will I feel weird? And it's nothing like that. If anything, you just want to make sure that your baby don't break your nipple off from latching. That's a terrible joke. But yeah, you just want to make sure that you let you and baby both learn how to latch. Even though me and Isabel did breastfeeding for over a year, me and Winter are starting brand new. She doesn't know me that well as far as the breastfeeder journey, and I don't know about her latching very well, but we're getting to know each other, and we're getting to grow in that breastfeeding aspect. But she is 100% breastfed, and it is going great so far. So, but no, it doesn't feel sexual. It just, sometimes it can be painful if a latch is wrong, and you just figure it out. And after about a week or two, for some people, it goes better, and it feels like nothing. Winter is waking up. So let's get through these questions. Were you sore down there? Not too much. It kind of went right back to normal as far as feeling. There will be bleeding and everything as your body contracts and it cleans yourself out, the same way that it would with a menstrual, but different. You feel better after a while. You don't, like my midwife say, go up there looking for stuff. You dab yourself clean, you wipe yourself clean, and you use your spray bottle to rinse when you use the restroom, and you can wipe after that again. And once you get through that after a week or so, you guys feel great. It's been 2 weeks and I'm done. No more bleeding or anything. And no pain whatsoever. I'm ready for, you know, even though they say 6 weeks. So we got to figure that thing out. Another thing is, will sex be different after giving birth, and did you wait 6 weeks? With Isabel, no, we waited about 4, I think. I don't want to say 3. I don't know, but we were cleared after a doctor's appointment. It may even feel like a first time again once you guys get back to it again. Your body, he won't fall in there. He won't get lost. Your significant other, it really does go right back to normal, and sometimes even tighter. You just got to get used to it again. And for some people, it just like that, it goes back to being what got them here in the first place. Did I suffer from postpartum depression? No, I did not. This pregnancy, I do feel myself getting a bit sad, but I think I'm ready to go back to work. I'm not a fan of being home all the time. So, but if I focus more on my YouTube channel, that can work out for me. But with Isabel, if I had postpartum, it was very light, but I don't remember having it. I just think that my emotions are situational and being home with the baby. With Isabel, I'm being home with the babies now. It can become lonely and more of work than enjoyment, depending on who you are and how you feel. In the last question but not least is, would I do it again? Most definitely I am going to do it again. I don't know if we're going to wait 2 years or 3 years or what. Like, Isabel and this baby are practically 2 years apart. Isabel's birthday will be this month. She will be turning 2. Winter is still a newborn. So I will only enjoy 2 under 2 for about a month. She came 3 weeks early. I will be doing it again with the same midwife as long as she's still practicing and busy and happy. I will be back with her again because I wouldn't want to change a thing, and God willingly, His grace still be with me and He still take care of us and me and my body. So, and that one will be recorded as well. This time we did not have our videographer, Asia the Dye. You guys can find her on YouTube as well as Instagram. She was not available this time. She actually had to work, and baby came last minute and came extremely fast. This here is baby Winter. You guys can say hi. She just dropped her pacifier. She is hungry, so I'm going to get to feeding her. But if you guys have any questions or comments, please feel free to leave it in the comments below. If you guys want me to answer any of your questions, please feel free to ask me. If it's a private question, you guys can message me on Instagram, and I'm here for it. And I appreciate anybody who sat through and watched this video and listened to all the questions. I will probably link the questions and the time I answered them in the description, so that you guys could skip through, or maybe I want y'all to watch my video because I get paid. Okay, so you know, I don't know, let's figure it out together. But thank you guys so much for watching this video. Don't forget to like it, share it, and my birth, but I'm not getting paid for the birth. Okay, we don't get paid for birth videos around here. Okay, we put real music but copyright, so we can't get paid. But yeah, don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, and share our videos. Stay in contact with us. Follow us on Instagram, tully.vision, TULLY.VISION, Tully Vision. Thank you guys so much. We appreciate you, and we'll see you next time. Bye.